To eat, find a place to sit. We're so excited to see so many faces. We see some returning faces. We see some new faces. It warms my heart, as I shared during the last workshop, that a Parks and Recreation Master Plan is one of my absolute favorite planning processes that a city can do. And the reason that it's one of my favorite processes is because it is a reflection of the community, because of the types of community involvement and community engagement that it takes in order for us to have a well-rounded and successful plan for the future. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to do some quick recognitions. I do have 3 of our council members present, so I would love for them to come on up and say hi really quickly. So with us this evening, I have Councilwoman Rosario Diaz. Come on up. Councilman Oli Cantos, come on up. And Councilmember Brian Gutierrez, come on up. And I'm going to ask Councilman Diaz, if you have a few words that you'd like to say. Go ahead.
I'm so excited about this. This is the second planning committee meeting that we've had, workshop, and I'm really excited to see so many people here, and I'm hoping that we can get our plans together and our ideas together, and we can have a beautiful plan so that we can improve our parks and have our children enjoy them. So thank you again for being here, and I want to thank our staff for having such a nice setup for our food here, and we have a lot of refreshments, and I just want to thank our staff for a good job. Thank you. Councilman Cantos?
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hi. I am so excited that all of you are here. You've seen videos across all over West Covina, and a special hello to the kids, because all of you who are here to speak on behalf of fellow kids, it's going to be great to hear your views, especially because of you getting to play at the parks. So all of this and all of you here, when you look around and you see all of this, it is because of our eagerness to hear what you each have to say, and then to have all of those opinions aggregated, and then for us to feed off of that. So the fact that all of you are here, you are a part of the change that makes things better. I am so grateful to all of you, and we just are so happy that you're here. So thank you so much, everybody. And I'd like now to introduce you to Brian Gutierrez, fellow council member.
Thank you, Councilman. So I'm honored to be here and proud to represent West Covina's District 1. And you know, our public parks are the most important, I believe, the most important aspect of our community. And having you all here today shows how important, when we all work together, how important and prosperous our public parks can become. And so I know me and my colleagues stay committed to making sure that we put more and more funding into our public parks, seeking federal and state grants and much more to make sure West Covina parks stand out and that the kids of today become tomorrow's leaders in our public parks. So thank you.
Thank you, Council members. We're so excited to have you here and just being an active participant and being so supportive. So thank you so much. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize some of our commissioners that are present with us this evening. I saw our Community and Senior Services Commissioner, Betty Baez. You want to raise your hand and say hello, Ms. Baez. Also with us this evening, another Community Senior Services Commission member, Jen Gutierrez. Where's Jen? I just saw her not too long ago. There she is. And last but certainly not least, we have one of our newest planning commissioners, Mr. Jose Reyes. If you want to, there you go. You want to raise your hand. And then the other group that I'd like to recognize is our staff. So these are the people that work so hard for you and that are here to be supportive of you and responsive to your needs. I'm going to start off with our acting city manager, Mr. Milo Marakis. Our deputy community services director, Susie Perez. Public Works Superintendent, Mike Cressa. Recreation Services Supervisor, Vanessa Ibanez. I think, oh, there she is. There's Vanessa. And then I believe our Community Services Coordinator, Leslie Godinez, is here somewhere. She was helping to check in. So again, thank you all for being here this evening. And now I'm going to pass the microphone to you, give it to you, Zach, in your very capable hands. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And thank you everybody for coming back tonight. I really appreciate it. For those who sat through the first workshop and suffered through my jokes, they're the same jokes tonight. Thank you very much for coming back again. Please laugh at them. It makes me feel good as we go through it. I would like to quickly introduce in a couple housekeeping order of events here. I do have with me my staff tonight, Kristen Schnell in the back there, as well as Mr. John Jones, who's joining the staff tonight. We have snacks and supplies in the back, as well as restrooms in the back of the room here as well too, if you need to use the facilities. As we go through this, I'm going to give you a short presentation here in the beginning. Somewhat of the same information from the presentation I gave at the first workshop. However, tonight I'm revealing some of the first workshop data that we've collected as well too. So you'll get to see that. And then I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to start listening. Because as Roxanne had mentioned earlier, this whole master plan, everything that we do here is about listening. It's about listening to you, the community, to make sure what we plan and what we put in this document is representative of your city and how you recreate, not anywhere else in the world. This is not a national standard, this is you and your community. So everything that I collect, every voice, every piece of paper, as you write stuff down, please leave it here, I want to hear it. And please share with your friends as we go through this process the other opportunities we have to participate. So, without further ado, the Park and Recreation Master Plan, the role of it, the reason for having one of these is to develop a guide or an implementation and management tool for the future of parks and recreation facilities. What programs do we need? What parks do we need? What do we need to repair? What do we need to replace as we go forward? As I mentioned, it's done based on local needs, not just a national standard. This is what everybody else has. We should have one too. What do you want? How do we recreate here in this community? And then at the end, we develop recommendations specific to your community here. It's done over 5 stages. The first one is an inventory of existing conditions. We go out, we look at all the parks and facilities. What do you have? Where is it? Then we go through an extensive community engagement process. We balance what I hear what you want with what you have. Then we weigh those two scales together and develop the needs assessment, ultimately leading to local recommendations. And then we discuss how are we going to fund and pay for these, how are we going to implement them as time goes on. Speaking of that timeline, in order to accomplish those 5 stages, it will take us all the way up into November of this year. Here you can see we're at workshop number 2 right now. We've already started going through. I'm holding a laser pointer. I'm still using my hand. I'm just used to the pointing at the screen. I have to get used to technology here. There we go. We've already done the going out to all the parks and facilities. We've started all that background research. Now we want to listen to you, the community. What you guys want. So as we go through tonight, it's not about me talking. It's about me listening to all your thoughts and ideas. And we have a process to do that, to go through as we collect information tonight. And then at the end there, we'll collect everything, we'll look at all the needs, we'll weigh all the information we have, and we'll develop a report and come back to you. Some of those previous documents that we look at all the existing conditions and the existing documentation that's come before us. Some items such as the general plan, such as the land use plan, the zoning plans, where are the residences, where are the parks? Are the parks next to the people? How can we get to and from the parks in the residential areas? As well as the budget. What's the current budget for items coming up? We also look at the demography. When we look at the community profile, we see that there's just over 106,000 population, average age 3.1, median age 40.1, the average household size, I apologize, is 3.1. We look at the demographic breakup, the age range of people. This isn't the end-all be-all of our analysis. It's not just based on what I see from demographic information. It gives me a little bit of what I might expect as we go into it. What's the community makeup? What recreation programs might I see? What facilities might I see? So as we go through, I can look for these elements and I can make sure that I'm listening to the entire demographic, but also the entire geographic. As we collect information, we want to make sure we're recording where we get the information from too. So we have a good cross-section of the entire city. And you can see here, we look at everything from a demographic and a geographic standpoint. We compare it to the county average areas. So we can start to make sure we're actually listening to as much of the community as possible as we go through this. I mentioned earlier as we go through some of the inventory of the facilities. These are the facilities. I actually left facility maps at your tables too. If you're interested or curious about where some parks and facilities are, they're on your tables there. We go through and we look at all these facilities. We look at the conditions of them, where they're located, usage patterns, where are the recreation facility centers themselves, the community centers. Then we go through an inventory of the programs of the last 2 years. We'll actually go through and look at all the program offerings, what our programs have been offered, How have they been attended? What programs are working? What new programs might be coming up? And then we go through the extensive community engagement process, where we'll conduct stakeholder interviews. We'll have a statistically valid multimodal survey. We'll have 3 in-person workshops, and then we replicate this workshop online as well. So then we have another 3 virtual workshops. So after tonight, we'll have a survey that goes live. It's the same survey you're taking here, and a video online with that. So I'll share that website with you in a little bit, but I encourage you to share it with your friends and your neighbors who weren't able to make it tonight. We want to make sure they have a chance to participate as well and have a voice in this process. Then we also have here the project website, where at any point in time during this process up to November, there's a feedback button on that website where you'll be able to share feedback information directly with me. And I'll give you that web link as we go through this presentation as well too. Before I get there though, I want to share some of the results of Workshop 1. These are some of our preliminary results as we go through this data here. We had our first workshop on April 29th from 6 to 8 p.m. It was done in person and then made available online through the project website, just as tonight's going to be done. We had almost 100 surveys completed as part of that effort. I want to break that record. So as we go through, I'm going to ask everybody tonight to share it with your neighbor, share it with your friends, share it with people you meet at the park. Share it with, not people at stoplights, don't be throwing flyers around between cars, but share it with everybody every chance you get. Take pictures of the screens as we go through this. Please make sure everybody gets a chance to have their voice heard. What we asked at that workshop were a couple of questions. First was, what is the most important community characteristics that make the City of West Covina a great place to live, work, and play? Well, as we went through, we asked individually, then we asked you to summarize it as a group, and as we went through that night, we found some common threads. A lot of common threads that individuals and groups shared throughout the process that evening. Well, we collected all the information from the online sources as well, and here's what we heard as some of those top items for what makes the community characteristics of West Covina a great place to live, work, and play. Safety, parks and recreation, the cleanliness and maintenance here, the community and neighborhood character, education and schools. We heard elements of shopping and dining, a lot of diversity and inclusion, the civic services and engagement, the central location and accessibility, and then the specialty features and facilities and programs. Now we asked another question that night of what issues or trends might be negatively impacting those great community characteristics. And we should take account into this Park and Recreation Master Plan as we move forward. We heard elements of homelessness, the rise of homelessness, maintenance and upkeep issues, making sure that we keep up with the current conditions of the parks, make them better, safety and security concerns, parking problems at some of the parks, lack of some of the modern facilities, some outdated park facilities. We heard a lack of pickleball courts and recreation amenities. We heard about some graffiti and vandalism, underutilized parks and facilities, lack of funding, some budget concerns, and then making sure that communication and city accountability is up. So as we go through that, we want to make sure we protect those community characteristics that you love and that are balanced with issues that might negatively impact those community characteristics. We asked the third question that night: what role can the City of West Covina play in addressing those issues to support the community characteristics? What we heard was making sure that there's funding and budget available to improve elements. Community engagement and input is continued, so that way we continue to have that dialogue, just like we're having tonight, listening to the community, finding out what your thoughts and ideas are as we go forward. Having strong leadership and governance, park maintenance and cleanliness, public safety and crime prevention, transparency and accountability, inclusion and equitable planning, facility and program improvements, as well as strategic partnerships and collaboration, and then homelessness and park safety concerns as well too. The list continues on and continues on. I collect all the voices and everything that people write down, so that as we go through this process, as more and more items or common threads start to emerge, we identify those and we go through this. So nothing gets left behind. We continue to record everything. So as you go through the workshop with me tonight, make sure to write down all of your thoughts and ideas. I have additional comment cards if you want to share something beyond the questions we're asking tonight, and I'll collect those as well too. You can also do them online. So if you want, at any point in time, as I mentioned, as we go throughout this process, this website, this is the link to the website, it's westcovinaparksmasterplan.com. There's a button on there. You can click on that button, and it's an open-ended feedback summary question that you can just share with me. You just type in a box, Zach, this is what I like, this is what I didn't like. Zach, this is what I would like to see. It comes directly to the planning team. Doesn't get filtered, so share whatever you want on that at any point in time during the process. That'll stay open all the way through November. And I'm also going to ask you, if you can, take a picture of this screen, because the questions I asked tonight are going to be replicated online at a live survey starting tonight, and going forward there will be a presentation just like I gave here. Oops. Or were you taking a picture of me? Oh, all right, the slides are more important. I'm always second fiddle here, right? I got to get in the picture to be in pictures now. Take a picture of this one. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with your neighbors. Share it with everybody. So that way everybody gets a chance to have their voice heard. The more voices we have as we go through this report, the better and better it gets. I'm going to actually leave this one up here as we go through, and I'm going to close our evening with a couple extra slides as we move through with some important dates and times and information. But what I would like to do is, I know we have some kids here tonight. Before we break up into our groups and we start doing my listening and going through our questionnaires, I'd like to invite the children who wanted to share a few words first. Come on up, kids. Let's just start. Come on up. We're going to line up right here. I think we. Yeah. All right. Line Charlie right here. I was blown away last time. If you came to the last workshop, we're in for a treat. Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlie Armenta. I'm 9 years old in 3rd grade and I go to San Jose Charter Academy. I am also a softball player for West Covina Girls Softball League. I have recently made the All-Star team, and that has given me the opportunity to travel to other fields and cities around us. When I've been traveling, I have seen some better fields than ours. For example, the restrooms at other fields look better than ours. I know this silly complaint about a restroom, but our restroom on the field has 2 stalls, but only 1 door. The door has been broken for a long time, which means that if a large group of girls need to use the bathroom before the game starts, they can miss part of the game. I love my park and I love my city, and I know that my girls would appreciate it if you just spent some money on the park. It would mean a lot to all of us, very much. Thank you and good night.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Jeremy Zavalza. I am a 6th grade student at Hollingworth Elementary. I'm here tonight to share my concerns about safety of our parks. The city needs to make our parks safer for everyone. This year, when I was at Friendship Park, I faced a very serious situation. There was a man, I would estimate he was in his 50s. This man asked me if I could follow him to his car and take a photo of him next to his car. I kindly disagreed, but he kept trying to persuade me. After walking away, he followed me home after school. I had stopped at Friendship Park to play basketball. The whole time walking home was awkward and scary. As soon as I got home safely, I told my mom about the incident. My mom called the school and told them about the incident. Hollingworth said they would be alert about it. There was not so much they could do. Luckily, I have the chance right now to share this information with City Council members to keep our park safe for kids and for all people. Another scary incident happened when I was playing on the basketball courts of Friendship Park with my little nephew and my older brother. My little nephew and I were getting stared at by an old man who would follow us up and down the sideline, but never broke sight of me and my little nephew. After feeling uncomfortable and telling my brother, we decided to leave. Even after walking away, the guy still followed us to my brother's car. I strongly believe it would help if a security guard was patrolling the park more often to keep creeps out and looking out for strange behavior. I would like to briefly discuss the inappropriate behaviors of older kids usually high school students, in the park. They block the slides and other things by sitting there and not allowing younger kids to pass or play. Harassment and abuse toward park users. For example, they call us names, racial slurs, and often want to fight us. Older kids and adults engage in drug use and adult activities that don't belong on a playground. Thank you for hearing my concerns.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Mirani Velasco, and I am a 6th grade student at Hollingworth Elementary. I'm here today to share my concerns about our parks. My friends and I go to Friendship Park all the time. It's a great place to go. However, there are some things that are not so great. For example, the park is always in need of repairs and some tender loving care. The restrooms are often dirty. Many times, there has been no soap, paper towels, and even the much needed toilet tissue. We think that someone from the city should come by more often to clean and check the bathrooms. Barbecues. There are only 2 barbecues, and they are usually very dirty. Most people would rather not put their food on a dirty grill. Benches. The benches are wobbly when you sit on them. There are also not many to sit on. Graffiti. There's graffiti on and inside the slides. There's also graffiti on the walls and stalls in the bathrooms. The words and phrases that the public, especially kids, see are unacceptable. Thank you for listening to my concerns.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Garrett Bates, and I'm a 6th grade student at Hollingworth Elementary. I'm here tonight to share my ideas about how we can improve our parks. Friendship Park is close to my heart because I go there often, and it is located right behind our school. I spoke to many students at our school about what they think they would like to see in the park. Here is a wish list of things they came up with. Bike racks. Right now, we have to take our bikes with us around the park. If we had a bike rack, we could lock up our bikes and not have to worry about them getting stolen. Splash pads. On a hot summer day, kids who don't have access to pools can come and cool off on the splash pads. Permanent soccer goals. Kids love to play soccer, and having a permanent soccer goals will encourage kids to play. This will also improve their physical health by getting kids to move and be active. ADA accessible swings, like the Freedom Glider with a wheelchair platform. Having an ADA accessible swing will allow all kids a chance to have fun. Thank you for taking the time to hear my concerns about how we can improve our parks.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Helpful, and I'm in the 1st grade. I have some suggestions that might make the park a better place for kids like me. Monkey bars, zip line, a tunnel slide, a exercise equipment, and area where we can ride our bikes safely. Thank you for listening to my suggestions.
Hi, I'm Luca Valdez. I'm 8 years old. I am from San Jose Charter Academy. I am also on the autism spectrum and would like to see parks in West Covina. I have certain parks for regular people and special needs people. There are many autistic children and other special needs children that need certain things, and I think there should be certain parks that have spaces for special needs children due to the regular park that are usually for other children and adults that don't have a lot of stuff that special needs people need or enjoy. One idea is to include different forms of trains, like a train to sit or play on, because many autistic children enjoy trains. I enjoy watching Metroid. Thank you for your time.
Well done, Nico, well done. They say public speaking is the #1 fear in the world. I gotta say, these kids are amazing. Let's give them another round of applause for having no fear. Well done indeed. Yes, we'll do it quick. Yeah, all the speakers, can you come up real quick for a group photo? Real quick, come on up here. Line up this way, and we're gonna look that way. So line up right here, and Charlie, we're gonna look that way. There you go, right here. Right here, look. Yeah, picture.
Everybody in the background, go ahead and wave. 1, 2, 3, there we go. 1, 2, 3, look at me. All right, looks beautiful. You want to get in there for one time?
One, that's okay.
All right, here we go. Everyone in the background, go ahead and wave. 1, 2, 3, all right. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, guys. Well done. I could not be more impressed. These guys are going to take my job. They're going to be in charge here real quickly. What I'd like to do, in order to make sure I get everybody's voices tonight, we're going to do a couple things. First, I'm going to go around and I'm going to count off 1 through, I think we're going to do here, 1 through 8. 1 through 8. Yep. I'm sorry, 1 through 9. I've been corrected, my staff is on top of it. 1 through 9. I'm going to go around, if you would please remember your number, and then after I call your number, please go to your table, and then we're going to go ahead and begin. Kids, before you leave, make sure I get a copy of your speeches, if that's okay. Oh, perfect. All right, I'm going to come around here. 1, let's start with you, man. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, I'm sorry. 4, table number 4. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1.
Let me have a digital.
If you would please go to your tables with the respective numbers now, and we'll go ahead and begin here in just a minute. Make sure to grab some snacks if you need them. Okay, as everybody goes to their tables. Hey, everybody get a number? Everybody's at their tables. I'm going to wait a couple minutes because I think there's a line for the food. So after you get your food, go ahead and have a seat at your table. Okay, if you would, grab your snacks and come back to your tables. We're going to go ahead and begin here in 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
I will wait right here with the queue. I'll get a pen.
All right. I think.
We're coming tonight. No, you have to be on camera.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, clap once. Wow. You guys turned on the lights. That was great. Great timing. I've actually never had that happen in 25 years, even though the clapper's been around for a lot longer than that. No takers. Okay. If I could have everybody's attention, what we're going to do is we're going to pass out a couple sheets of paper tonight. The first one being a blue sheet of paper. Kristen, if you would please pass it around. We're going to ask you a couple questions on this one. These are individual exercises first, so no cheating off of your neighbors. The first question is name.
I'm not Vanessa, no.
I should have your own name on the page, not your neighbor's name. So as Kristen passes around the blue sheet of paper, there's pens in the middle of your table. There's also a notepad and a group number. There's also a large marker. Can everybody, you guys have a large marker, right? Can you raise up the large marker? Yes? Everybody has a big marker at your table? Yes. Thank you. For those who are holding it up, you weren't at my first workshop because you just volunteered for the next exercise. And I'm going to do that at the third workshop too, guys. I appreciate you volunteering. What I'd like you to do first, though, individually, answer these first few questions. If you don't have the pages, don't worry, they're coming around. The first one is, do you live in the city of West Covina? Very simple answer. How long have you lived in the city? And how long have you been participating or utilizing services, going to programs or doing anything in the city for a number of years? And then, did you participate in the first workshop either in person or online? All self-questions. Oh, you don't have to do them with me at this speed.
Yes, yes.
But I will wait for just a second.
Okay.
And then when we get to kind of the bulk of this question, is I want you to read them and think about them. What is the name of the park or recreation facility in West Covina that members of you or your household use the most? So go through those and just circle one. What's the most used recreation park or facility you use most often? And just choose only one if you would, please. If it's a school, there's a spot to write in the school. If there's something else, there's a spot to write that in. It's a long list, so I'm gonna take, I'm gonna take another 2 minutes on it. There's no rush through these. I wanna make sure everybody gets a chance to fill them out. And then answer the last question there at the bottom is, why do you visit this park most often? Why do you or your family visit the park most often? There's a couple options there, or at the bottom, there's an other. You can write that in. So let's take a couple minutes to answer these questions, and we'll talk about it in just a minute. 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
I like the little groups, right? Like little groups, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I will. We'll go right over here. We're going to go right over this table.
It's the group dynamic. We need you.
I know I counted out lots of trees, but I think a lot of you want to go home, so I'm going to make sure the trees are now absorbed into some other region. Yes, Judy. I do actually want to get the questions answered. I do actually want to Okay, everybody should be wrapping up the first part of the questions. All right, as we're wrapping that up, please make sure your name and table number, even though group 3, I'm sorry, I moved you to some new tables. Make sure your new table number is on that sheet, because we go around, I collect and I read all that information. So every workshop, I start to get more and more of this information. I can understand the community a little bit better. What I'm going to do now is change it up. We're going to pass out a yellow sheet of paper. The first one was easy. This yellow sheet of paper is going to be a little bit harder because it's got a large blank spot on it. Well, the blank spot is for you to fill in. So as this piece of paper is being passed around, what I want you to think about is, what is one recreation program, class, event, or activity? Program, class, event, or activity you would most like to see added or expanded in the city of West Covina. There's no checkboxes on this one. It is completely open-ended. I would like you to take a minute individually. We're going to take 5 minutes for this one. Individually, write down what your thoughts and ideas are. What is one recreation program, class, event, or activity you would like to see added or expanded in the city of West Covina? Please leave all the blue papers at your table. I collect everything. I read everything as we go through this process. So please, as you get this, name, group number, and individual exercise for, we'll take 4.5 minutes now. Couple more minutes. Don't worry about spelling. Spelling only counts for half credit. That's one of my jokes. I got one chuckle out of it.
I'm not sure they could have got the cue.
About 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
You recognize that, I understand.
All right. Some of you who have been at the first workshop know the drill here. Volunteers, those who held up the large black marker, what your role is now to do is to make sure everybody at the table gets a chance to talk about what the programs they are looking for here to be added or expanded. And what you're going to do is come up with your table's top 3 programs. Out of all the people at your table, the top 3 programs you would like to see added or expanded in the community here, and then I would like you to write them down on the tablet. So please, let's take the next 5 or 10 minutes, let's say 7 or so minutes, to go around and come up with your table's top 3 programs you would like to see added or expanded.
In this section of trauma. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, that's amazing. Okay. Okay. Hi, I've been working on the board in the past many years. Yeah.
Try to get times of whatever you don't know. So that's beginner lessons. It's throughout different types of whether they have or not, if we write it down, then we'll take all this information in so that we make sure, hey, we heard this, and if we have, we need to expand our market, make sure people know that. So it's kind of a domino thing. And that's where we start doing a lot of people About 3 more minutes, about 3 more minutes. We should be summarizing our top 3 programs for the group.
Yes, please, our mayor, yes. Okay. I appreciate it. I'm glad you so much stop by.
Couple minutes, we should be summarizing our top 3 programs for the table. The top 3. Make sure you write them down.
Yes, that's okay. No, I appreciate it. It was fun. It was nice to meet you. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for you can take those with you. Good. We're right in our room. If you're a member of this community, I think that will give you a good I think that'll give you a good sense of where we are. I know you've heard the members and the roles. I think that will give you a oh my gosh. So it is a public meeting, so you wouldn't be on the agenda. Yeah, it's not.
No, but that's part of that's what we. About a minute left.
Right now, right I would still, I would kind of watch the process, and then you'll kind of figure out where the players are for yourself. It's next Tuesday at City Hall. At City Hall, and it's not quite walkable.
It is possible.
Well, she's the city council member, so you would be at the council. 7 o'clock.
Roxanne, when you have a second, I think Susie.
Yeah. Good to talk to you. Thank you for your phone number. Thank you for the information. I appreciate it. Did she see? Where is she?
It's about 60 seconds or so, 60 seconds. And then we're going to ask volunteers for one more volunteer effort, 60 seconds.
No, we don't.
I'm restoring it.
All right, as we've got groups finishing up here, what I'd like to do now, if you were with me at our first workshop, can I have everybody's attention up here? Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to present our community group ideas here. I'm going to start with table number 2, not going in any particular order. Can I have your volunteers please come up here and present group number 2's top 3 programs that you would like to see added or expanded?
In no particular order. So I'd like to dedicated pickleball courts. It'd be nice for, like, indoor, outdoor, dedicated pickleball courts. Girls softball fields apparently are lacking in the city. There's not only the field but the facilities. So we're aware of field, but the girls don't have appropriate restrooms within a close distance, so they have to leave the fields and walk a significant way to get to restrooms. And then outdoor youth activities. anything to get the kids outdoors and get them active. So use your imagination. And slightly off topic, the snacks were provided by Bun Street by Matt and Doug. So thank you, Bun Street, for providing the snacks. You were stealing my thunder. I was going to announce that later on. Let's give Group 2 an official round of applause for that, as well as for bringing all the snacks. Thank you very much. Group number 1, if I could have your volunteer come on up and read us your top 3 programs.
Our first top program was pickleball and tennis because we figured that you could do both in the same facility. Number 2, we had horse riding classes or camp for kids, especially in the Ridge Riders recreational area. And the last one we had was youth sports for girls because we noticed that for boys, a lot of the facilities are very well kept, but maybe ones for girls like softball courts are not as well kept. So.
Let's give Group 1 a round of applause there. Thank you very much, Group 1. Group number 6, we're going to keep going around the room. Do we have a volunteer here for Group 6? We also do voluntelling. My brother-in-law is a Marine. He taught me all about it, and I realized my wife's been doing it to me forever. She voluntells me to do everything, and I love it. So here you go, Mario.
Got it. So we have Clint, our pickleball plant at our table here. We'll senior activities, pickleball, again, not in any particular order here. Number 2, we'll discuss a family resource center, maybe someplace where, the house can go for help and so forth. And then number 3, we're looking at specialty facilities, baseball training, badminton cages, and my favorite dog park.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for Group 6 here. Group 7, if I can have you come up and present your top 3.
We're going to echo the pickleball thing. So we wanted to add additional recreational programs for kids, specifically access to baseball fields. Access to baseball fields for playing leagues because they can like after league is and pickleball after their high school season is done, they also want to play or practice. And also a senior bowl. And we would like also to beautify the parks so that we can hold bigger events such as weddings. And the last one is the scenic and clean walking park, path with exercise equipment around.
Coming over here, we're going to keep going around the circle. Group number 8, do I have a volunteer here to present our top 3? Group 8's top 3.
We wanted pickleball and tennis, maybe utilize the high school a little more for some of our sports and activities that are instructive, and close it down early in the evening. Walks on the east side, there aren't a lot of paths or safe areas. West side for seniors to be able to be safe and walk the parks there. So have better paths and areas over there, which you could also do concerts in the park. Why aren't we doing concerts in the park? And the past senior activities, what else do we have? We have something else. Just more senior activities. Other than the, oh yes, because this is hard for, West Covina's big place, so it's hard for seniors to get all the way over here.
Thank you very much, Group 6. Let's give them a round of applause. We had another group show up, and now we have reestablished Group 3. So if I could, Robert, please present your group's top 3 programs. Here you go, Robert. Hold up.
My group's top 3 are religious and we believe that everyone would enjoy, starting with nature. We open spaces, clean and well maintained. And we would like to see a lot more planting of native plants and trees instead of just some of the shoddy stuff that's like where they put only like 2 years of lights on trees. And the native plants would help it. So we would get more awareness of biodiversity, use less water, and get a lot more native creatures. It would help with the stewardship of the land. And we would like to see more pollinator gardens and ecosystem walks and activities.
Thank you very much, Robert. And group number 3, or new group 3. Let me keep going around the room here. We've got group 9. Oh, another Robert. Okay, how about your top 3 programs?
So our number 1 was Cortez Park football field for an improvement. There's a lot lacking with respect to field maintenance and improvements that are needed for safety reasons, and it's a very well participated program. So that's our number 1, and we wanted to combine that with community service cleanup events at the same park and all parks. So those 2 had like a tie for number 1. And that would involve like groups like the Kiwanis coming out and helping do cleanups at all the parks, organize events. Number 2 was equestrian activities and classes at Ridge Riders. That's an underutilized facility, and it's an example of the diversity of all our parks. So we want to make sure that's maintained and also expanded with horse riding classes, equestrian therapy. There's a lot of benefits that could come from that facility. So that's our number 2. Last, we have special recreation classes. We kind of combine a lot of things here. That includes more swimming activities, miscellaneous classes like cooking, sewing, knitting, special use classes, and last but not least, pickleball. More pickleball.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. I like the creativity of number 3. How they had sub options on here too, adding them in. I'm watching this group from now on the next exercise. We've got 2 groups left here. Group number 5 and then group number 4. Group number 5, do I have a volunteer here? All right.
Test. The reason why I want to expand pickleball courts at Del Norte and Cameron Parks because there's several like Olivet Park, Walnut Ranch, and Azusa Memorial close by, really packed. Like at least 40 plus towels waiting. Is that funny to you guys or what? Waiting 30 minutes, waiting to play. All I have to do is sit around and talk to your friends. Well, the way to fix it is like, maybe add like 4 permanent courts at Del Norte, and depending on the space, maybe at least 6, depending on how big where the house used to be and it was demolished. I was thinking about maybe adding at least 6 or so. We just have to measure how big the area is. And expansion for senior citizens having programs and facilities, which is here. I heard that Gloria right here is saying that, that there's a lot of seniors in this workshop, right? Senior center right here, and she's saying that we should expand it because there's a lot of seniors at this community center right here. Yeah?
I think it's really important, because this is named the Senior Citizen Center, that we have a lot of seniors that come in daily for not only classes, but for their meals. And I think that we should maybe invest more money into expanding our area. We also talked about how important it is that as individuals, we become more cohesive in understanding of each other and what it means to be a senior citizen. And workshops were the idea we thought might be something we can consider for future. And Anne righteously said that because the population is becoming more and more mature seniors, that we think it's important to invest. And the classes that we have currently are computer classes and cell phone classes. And we would certainly love to have more computer classes, because that's quite in demand. I know this sounds very wild, but the classes for computers are so in demand that people come and they wait at 5 o'clock in the morning to be the first 12 people to be signed up for the classes. So it just gives you an idea of what the seniors want and what I think that as a whole, we could certainly be a little bit more attentive and satisfy the need. And I guess that pickleball is a thing now, and I just wanted to add that in our table there was either pickleball or square dancing, and I'm sorry, square dancing lost out.
But Gloria, you wrote those down on your paper, right, please? Yeah. Let's make sure write everything down on your paper. Let's give, did we get them all? Yeah, we got all 3, right? Yep, we got all 3. Let's give group 5 a round of applause. Thank you very much. Last but not least, group number 4.
All right. Not in any particular order as well. Having some music classes such as piano, maybe guitar, maybe dance classes, things that will be well-rounded for our youth, our senior citizens, just everybody in general. Instructor-led classes such as yoga, maybe taekwondo. Have some classes where both, I want to say youth and adults can come to learn. Expand our dog park, like in Shadow Oak. I know there's one over by my house, but you know, not everybody wants to travel over by one side of the city just to walk the dog. Where I think we need to diversify locations from what it sounds like, a lot of multiple things.
Let's give group 4 a round of applause there. Please put all your yellow papers in the middle. I collect everything as we go through the night. I'm going to hand out one last piece of paper here. This is a violet sheet of paper. And if you would please, same format as before. Individual exercise first. We're going to take 5 minutes to answer this question individually. And the question is, what is one park, feature, amenity, or recreation facility you would most like to see added or improved in the city of West Covina. Now, as I know we went through the programs question earlier, some of you added some facilities in there. That's okay. There are no wrong answers in this group. As we go through this, I listen to everything. So, this official question now on the purple sheet of paper, or the violet sheet of paper here, is what is one park feature, amenity, or recreation facility you would most like to see added in the city here? Individual responses first. Please make sure to put your name and your group number at the top of it, and then we'll proceed in about 5 minutes with the group discussion. Judging by the amount of talking in the room, I guess you guys have already moved into the group conversation, appropriately so. As we go through, make sure to write on your top 3 facilities or amenities for your group based on your group conversations. Top 3 facilities or park features that you would like to see. I see people writing down their top three. It's not a race. We have a couple minutes left. All right, it looks like we've got everybody lined up, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and go in reverse order this time, and we'll go back this way around the room. So I'm actually going to start with, if I can have everybody's attention for, I would like to show, we all know a picture is worth 1,000 words. We have 3,000 words on this sheet here. I only asked for 3 things. Well done. Well done. Can I have a volunteer read these off? Oh, come on up, come on up. All right, everybody, can I have your attention, please?
A dog park and a working drinking fountain, a zip line for kids.
Amazing. Well done, well done. Okay, gonna be a hard group to follow now. Do you guys have drawings? Wait a minute, that's a number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right, let's go group 5.
Group 5 said number 1, outside basketball courts. How many think that that's a wonderful idea?
Which can be expanded to pickleball courts if they line correctly.
That's what he had said. The combination, we could just, yeah, we could, and I love pickles. They're wonderful. Second is expand the computer classes. Get more computers in here. Get more teachers in here. Because, like I said, this coming Tuesday, many of us are going to be waiting out there in front of the facility to enroll for classes at 5 in the morning. And if you don't believe me, I dare any of you get up early and check it out. We'll be there. Blankets and in PJs. A bigger building. Anna says we need a bigger building. So this brush we have here, it's a lush jungle area that can be really expanded, be very nice looking had we paid more attention to it and more dollars to it. But what if we got rid of that area and put a nice big building there, and we could have expanded center, a West Covina center. And somebody had drawn this picture, and it's really cute. It's an outhouse, more bathrooms. You know, seniors. Cortez Park.
Has not had any updates on its bathroom facilities for almost 45 to 50 years. Before that, it hadn't been in almost 35 years.
My
goodness.
goodness.
Bathrooms in the history of this park twice.
Oh, that is shameful, isn't it? The bathrooms need to be upgraded up where the baseball area is at. Yes, yes.
Northwest corner.
Mm-hmm.
Just to clarify, there's
Yes.
only one restroom in there.
Yeah.
One restroom.
Yeah, we do need, you know, seniors need their facilities. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give group 5 a round of applause. All right, I'm coming around here. Let's go group number 9. Your top 3, please, Robert.
All right, the first 2 are repeats because we screwed up in the first activity. They were supposed to be, so yeah, we're just repeating ourselves, but Cortez Park football field. And then we explored the idea of also having a new field, possibly at Shadow Oak, in the lower parking plateau area. Ridge Riders again, arena improvements to the Ridge Rider Center. And the last one is related to what the previous group said, bathroom parks. That was the one we spoke about the most, similar to them. We need a master plan or a funding program put in place to improve all the bathrooms at all the parks. I know there's been some improvements, but that seemed to ring true for everybody. And it doesn't necessarily have to be large scale. It could, like was mentioned, lighting, stalls, plumbing. We could use the existing bathrooms, but just improve all the bathrooms at once.
Thank you very much. Let's give group 9 a round of applause there. Group 3, can I have a volunteer come on up?
All right. One that's marked with inclusive riding walking paths that are marked and maintained with native-friendly trees near the path so that they'd be accessible to walkers, wheelchairs, and strollers. 2, educational engaging markers, posters, and parks along the pathways about pollinators, wild local animals, and history. I know at Heritage Park there's some of those markers that we've seen. And then dog park, that seems to be a big one. Apparently there's only one dog park in West Covina over at Del Norte. And then equestrian center, expand and publicize. That's it.
Let's give group 3 a round of applause there. Group number 8, do I have a volunteer who can come on up and read your top 3 facilities? Thanks, Doug.
One was walking paths at the park. There's paths, but they're not completed. So there's open paths, right? And they're not completed, and they want to complete it so they can actually walk to the park. Lighting at one water park, the lighting is horrible there. And outdoor pickleball sport facilities.
Wonderful. Very good. Thank you very much, Group 8. Group number 7, can I have your volunteer come on up?
Let's see, really would love a walking path with better landscaping. Swimming pool right over there at the Cortez Park Senior Center. And a clean and stocked restaurant.
Okay, all right. Let's give Group 7 a round of applause. Let's look forward to it. Group number 6, do we have a volunteer? You don't even get to sit down. There you go.
All right, for park features and facilities, again, in no particular order here. We got pickleball court, looking at Del Norte, there's a space north of the existing tennis courts. And then Cameron is going to be in battle with another particular facility, but we're looking at that as well. Where the old house was located. Number 2 on the list was roofing on the Del Norte baseball building. Maybe a maintenance thing there. You can look at that. And then number 3, dog park at the Cameron Park area, since the city has already laid a nice piece of grass out there, why rip it up, you know, and just leave it as is, put some fencing and make it happen.
Thank you very much. Group number 6. Come around here. Can I have a volunteer for group number 1? Our volunteer from our first workshop, John. Thank you.
Do both. Number 1, we had outdoor amphitheater. Great idea. Number 2, we came up with facility maintenance for Ridge Riders Park. And then, of course, pickleball, tennis court. That's our third choice. Thank you.
Group number 2. All right, come on up. Can I have everybody's attention, please?
Number 1, some restrooms for like cleanness and more available. Like what I said, only one stall and like more than one stall. Water activities, splash pads for like the summer, and pool classes to like learn how to swim. And then number 3, golf facilities, ranges, and courses to play golf.
Let's give group number 2 a round of applause. As we go through this process, I look for those common threads. We talked about this earlier today, and we saw some of it from the previous workshop elements. We're going to go through this then on an online process, so please invite your friends, neighbors to take this survey online. There's a video presentation online, same one I gave tonight, and then a survey that they can take as well too. I encourage everybody to share this information so we can hear their thoughts and ideas as we go through. I heard a lot of groups say, oh, just like that group over there, we want this. Just like that group, we want that. That commonality comes to light every time we do this, because your community who lives and recreates in your community, you all have the same thoughts and ideas. As we go through it, we see those commonalities come to the surface. And that's how we start to do local recommendations based on your thoughts and ideas. I would like to take just a few minutes more of your time to identify what we have coming up. Results of Workshop 1 are now posted on the project website. Results from Workshop 2 tonight will be posted there as well after we collect them. So we're going to have a survey live online for the next 2 weeks as we go through this, and then we'll close it, we'll summarize all the data, we'll come back at Workshop number 3, which will be on July 7th at the West Covina Sportsplex, where I'll share that information coming back to you of what we heard from tonight's efforts, as well as from the online information that we collect. And then we also have some elements coming up in the city too, some exciting elements. The summer concert series is going to be on June 18th, June 25th, July 9th, July 16th, July 23rd, and July 30th. The 4th of July Spectacular is happening at the West Covina Sportsplex. There's also regular city council meetings. I would encourage everybody to attend or watch online June 3rd, June 17th, July 1st, and July 15th at City Hall. We also have the city budget workshop from May 28th, 6 to 7 p.m. I want to thank very much the food and snacks were all donated by Bun Street. There you are. You're right. Okay, they're not. Well, I wanted to thank them very much for sponsoring that, for providing food and snacks from Bun Street Foods. That was amazing tonight. Bun Street.
That's downtown West Covina.
Amazing food. If you have questions, this is the end of tonight. But if you have questions or comments, I have comment cards you can take with you and fill out and turn back into us, or you can click on that website link on the project website, have information sent directly to the planning team. I will be the last one out of the room tonight. If you have any questions, please come on up, have a chat with me, ask me anything. I'm here for you the whole night. Before we leave, does everybody have their blue ticket? This is the most important. As a thank you for spending your evening with me here at the workshop, I have a gift. I only have 3 of them, unfortunately. I can only provide 3. What I've done is from RJM Design Group, this is not city, this is just my thanks for you coming out and sharing your voice. I have 3 Amazon gift cards that I would like to hand out to 3 lucky winners. Can I have a volunteer to come up? You want to come pick 3 tickets? Come on up. Okay. Pick one. Take it out here. Pick one. All right. Pick one. Over here. Pick one. All right. And then pick one more. Just pick the winning ticket.
She's looking for her.
Okay, here. If everybody can listen closely here, can you read the numbers off of this ticket? Hello.
875-224.
Not mine.
875224.
I won.
He was teasing us. They might have. All right, we're gonna go pick a new one. We'll pick a new one.
That was your story.
Yeah.
Okay, nice and loud. Read those numbers. Nice and loud.
875237.
All right, come on up. Thank you very much. All right, nice and loud.
875240.
Last one, nice and loud.
87526.
All right, 87526. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate your time and effort. This is the end of the workshop. Let's give my helpers a big round of applause. Amazing future generations coming up. I am inspired. Thank you very much. Have a good night.